Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about 10 smart money choices to make in your 20s. But before we get into it, please go ahead and scroll down and hit that subscribe button so that you can make sure that you get notifications for any of my uploads. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. In the description box below, I've also linked my social media information with Facebook and Instagram. So please follow me on those social media accounts. I'd love to engage with you guys more on those platforms. So with that, let's get into today's video. Now, there's an array of smart choices you could make in your 20s regarding finances, but I've come up with 10 that I think are going to be very valuable for you right now in your 20s that's going to set you up for greater financial strides later in life. And so number one is to obtain a frugal mindset. And basically, this just means to be living within your means, noticing what's a need, what's a want, and making sure that you're buying things that you can actually afford. When you set yourself up for things like this now, it will sink in later down the road. And when you have more income, maybe in your 40s, you'll definitely be so well off as you have this mentality and set yourself up knowing that you can afford things within your means. Number two is to get on a written budget. This means writing out all your expenses, what you plan on spending, and then tracking what you're also spending. Making sure that you give every dollar a name and that your income minus your expenses equals zero each month. It's so important to be tracking your money and knowing where it goes rather than getting to the end of the month and wondering where it went. This is an awesome habit to get into, and so I totally suggest starting this in your 20s. Number three is funding as an emergency savings account. Whether it's medical expenses, car expenses, or some other sort of thing, life happens. And when life happens, it costs money. Things can be expensive. So it's so important to set yourself up with an emergency fund, making sure that you're ready for whatever life is thrown at you. Number four is to pay off all your debts. If you have a student loan, you're probably on a 15-year repayment plan, but make it a goal to pay this off before your 30s. Get this knocked out and get it done with so that you can move on with your life and not have to deal with those extra debt payments. Learn to live a debt-free life and pay off those debts now in your 20s. Number five is start investing today. If you're in your 20s and you're watching this, then you have a huge advantage. Time is on your side and you have so much time that you can be investing into mutual funds and be able to grow that for years down the road for your retirement. Now, I understand that some of you are probably still in debt and working on paying that off, and while Dave Ramsey might not suggest this, it would at least put money into your employer match 401k. If your employer is giving you money by putting your money in, definitely match up to what they're giving you. It's free money. But besides that, once you're down the road and have your debts done, be trying to work up towards putting 10 to 15% of your income away to retirement. Right now, you have so much time to build on compounding interest that's going to grow exponentially by the time that you retire. Now, number six is to pack a lunch. As millennials, we have seemed to forget how to cook. We are always going out to eat, and we view it as a form of entertainment, which is fine, but also we have to learn to live within our means on that. If you were to go out to lunch every workday and buy a lunch that costs $8, that equates to $2,080 a year. Now, that's a lot of money. Learn to pack yourself a lunch, and you'll save so much money in the long run. Number seven is to set goals. In your 20s, you're just starting out and have your life ahead of you. And so really be thinking about what you want for your future. Do you want to have a house? Do you want to have a nicer car? Where do you want to be in your career? These are all wonderful things to be thinking through. And so take this time now in your 20s to set these goals and then be working towards them as you grow and as you mature, get older, move up in your career, build on your finances. You have so many great opportunities, and this is such a wonderful time to start. Number eight is saving for things you want. Saving is fundamental for your financial health, and it's wonderful to be able to save for things and save for big purchases rather than going into debt to buy them. So if you know that you're needing an engagement ring or saving for a house, or even if it's just a new pair of shoes, be saving for those items and make sure that you have the cash ready and available in order to purchase them. Create sinking funds by saving a little bit each month, and then you'll be able to make that large purchase and it'll be so much easier. Number nine is buying life insurance. If you're married or you have a kid or both, I would definitely look into buying life insurance. Now, not whole life insurance, but term life insurance, as you only need it for a certain amount of time, and then once you're building wealth into your 60s and 70s, you're not going to need it anymore. So term insurance is what is important to have. And it's great to get this in your 20s because you are young and you're healthy, and therefore you're going to have a better chance of receiving life insurance. It's important to make sure that your loved ones are taken care of in case of an event that you were to pass away, which would be tragic, but making sure that your loved ones are taken care of financially is very important. And so do this in your 20s to get the best rate that you can and make sure that those you love are protected. And finally, number 10. Number 10 is to be generous. Now, when you're in your 20s and you're starting out your career, you might not be making a whole lot. You probably also are paying off student loan debt, or you have big items that you're trying to save for. But it's so important that you're also being generous with your money, whether that's tithing to your church or giving to a great organization. Not only is this beneficial for these organizations and for others that you're giving to, but it's also important for you, as it will change your perspective and also change your heart. I really encourage you to be giving, even if it's just a little bit. Give what you can. Be generous with your finances that you have, and you'll notice a change in yourself. And so with that, we will conclude this video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please leave a comment down below and tell me, what do you think is an important thing that you should be doing with your money in your 20s? I'd love to hear your comments and see what you guys think. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.